Happy Tekken Eve, everybody! Welcome to the Mid-Atlantic Modeling League's Chaos Cup Week number 3. We've got a doubleheader tonight. We're gonna get this kicked off tonight with Tekken 8. Wait, not Tekken 8. Tekken 8, no. Blood Bowl. A Blood Bowl match. Cenozoic Park versus Rodentia. Nick Satan versus Spire. Lizards versus Skaven. Let's take a look at the standings. Currently in first place. Oh, it's a nightmare. Like, it's a season 3 nightmare. Richard Craniums, I want to be like Doug. Dwarven team, 2-0-0 in the top spot currently with a TD diff of +4. Stairway to Nuffle El Duberino's team in second place, also undefeated 2-0-0 with a TD diff of 3. That is an Underworld team. Underworld really good in this version of the rules. Never Gonna, coached by Chime, an Orc team. 2-0-0 is their record with a TD diff of 3 as well, with Doug the Minotaur himself, league champion. White Skull Windbreakers, the Orc team, in fourth place, 1-0 tonight. We've got Cenozoic Park in sixth place versus Rodentia, his placement buddy. Spire in sixth place, Spire new to the league. Signor Sloop says, good ad placement. I haven't played a fighting game in many years, but now I'm tempted. Yeah, man, Tekken 8. I'm super stoked for Tekken 8. I love Tekken. Very excited to play that tomorrow. Well, I won't have a chance tomorrow. This weekend. Also have head injuries. Naked Mole Rat has brought their AV down to 7+. That is Goblin territory. And Mole, the #1 blitzer, brought the AV down to 8+. Oh, that hurts, man. That really hurts. There's a big difference between 8+ and 9+. So 2 injured players, 2 journeymen on this roster this evening. He has the 2 gutter runners naturally with that massive MA of 9. AG of 2+ is absolutely stellar. Strength 2 is not that great, but you don't need it when you're a Blodger. Flying Squirrel, level 2, has picked up the block skill naturally. Blodge, very solid pick for a gutter runner. The 2 blitzers, of course, have the blitz skill. He does have Vol, who's leveled up. He picked up Mighty Blow. Mighty Blow, another good pickup. He's got 2 Mighty Blow players down. Then, of course, he's got the thrower, who can pass and who has sure hands. How do the 2 teams play? Well, you've got Bash versus Agile. Lizards, I don't know. Well, Lizards are going to be the bashy team tonight for sure. But it's going to be tricky. So the trick for Rodentia this evening, as with most Agile teams, is deciding when to score. He's going to have to really figure out that calculus when to score. If he kicks off in the first half, which he doesn't want to do, he wants to be on defense in the first. Well, I guess he does want to kick off. He wants to be on defense in the first drive, in the first half. Because that's going to guarantee he'll have his maximum team. You can see how brittle it is. 8+ is not great. But if he's on defense in the first half, if he can stop the score, that's great. If he can snake the ball, which is entirely possible with this team, that's even better. Then he doesn't have to worry too much in the second half about when to score. Because if he goes up 2-0, he's giving himself a little bit of a buffer room. Otherwise, it's a real delicate dance. If he's down 0-1 in the first half, he goes in the second half on offense, scores in 2 turns. The game's now tied, and he's giving 6 turns to his opponent, who is a fairly fast team with those skinks at an MA of 8, to win this game 2-1. So Spire's going to have to be very cognizant of that to win this game. Conversely, Nick Satan tonight, he's got those Sauruses, he's got the Crocs, right? The 5 Sauruses with the strength of 4 is great. He's got the Crocs with the strength of 5. He does have the prehensile tail. He might try to maneuver that Crocs to get that Crocs on a gutter runner or a ball carrier of some sort. Otherwise, it's the Skinks that'll be moving around the pitch with an MA of 8. They're also pretty fragile. They're also pretty brittle. They do come with the dodge skill. What Nick Satan wants to do is he wants to get blocks and get that player advantage if he can, but he's got to protect the Skinks. Spire's going to go after these Skinks if he can at all help it. He wants to remove those Skinks. If Nick Satan loses those Skinks, he has nobody who can carry the ball. Nick Satan's big problem with the Sauruses, however, is that he doesn't have the block skill. It's an early TV team, doesn't have block on any of them, so die rolls can be risky. He might just try to take a mark with the Saurus, get the block, get a 3-die block out of it if he can. If not, then he's gonna have to be careful of Spire maybe just throwing a lineman up to the Saurus to keep that Saurus locked down. If that Saurus is based, the only way he's going to move is on a blitz. There's no way he's dodging away with an AG5+. I say that all the time. We see Sauruses dodge all the time. However, Nick Satan's definitely not going to want to dodge Sauruses away. So against this really fast, very agile team, Nick Satan really going to have to protect that secondary and not let the team get by him. If the team gets behind the defense for just one turn, they're going to run away, and Nick Satan's not going to be able to catch him. He's got to keep these Sauruses in smart positions. He's got to keep these Skinks in smart positions. Bring those Skinks up for those assists. Try to get those 3-die blocks if he can. Otherwise, just stay ahead of that ball and murder that fragile team. That's the game plan. He only has the 2 rerolls, which is unfortunate. He's not going to get the. He might get some petty cash, in fact, because 2 journeymen are going to be picked up by Rodentia. I don't know if he'll do anything with it. We'll see. Segnor Sloop says, a decidedly delicate dance. It is a decidedly delicate dance. Dead Freddy says, I'd fire the players and take the journeyman. Yeah, on Rodentia's team? Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I would too. We'll see if Spire does or not, but I would totally get rid of Naked Mole Rat and Mole, just straight up. Mole's a little more complicated because that's a blocker that you're getting rid of, and you don't have the money to replace him. But I think Naked Mole Rat, I know it's a gutter runner, and ideally you don't want him getting hit in the first place, but boy, 7+. But we'll see. We'll see. Both teams currently in 6th place. It's still early in the competition, week number 3. Yeah, we'll see if the coaches are ready to go. All right. I see one of the coaches ready to go. The other coach doesn't seem available. Let's see if we can grab him. All right, it looks like they are both indeed ready to go. Nick Satan saying they are starting the game. Fair enough. Here we go. All right, 40K in inducements here for. Oh, Rodentia got the inducements. I thought he would have been over. Rodentia winning the coin toss. Oh, I love these custom pitches. Yeah, so Rodentia absolutely. What? Okay, so it looked like did Rodentia win that toy? Yeah, so Rodentia chose to receive. So not going on defense here. That threw me for a loop. Not going on defense, choosing to be on offense here. He might just be trying to score as much as he can in this game. They'll have the ball first. So now, Rodentia, what they're going to have to calculate here is when to score. If they try to stall this out, that's more hits on their fragile players. especially against these strength 4 players, that Crocs as well. Crocs, of course, is Mighty Blow. He might just say, you know what, I'm going to score real quick. I'm going to get behind when you're on offense. I'm going to get behind your offensive line. I'm going to apply pressure to that cage, crack it open, steal that ball, run away with my 9 players. That could be an option as well. Five-man line here for defensive line for Cenozoic Park. Let's call these quarterbacks. 2 quarterbacks, 3 on the line. 2 linebackers and 4 safeties. Whose safety is the question? Sam Neill's safety. 5-man offensive line here for Rodentia. They've got 2 tight ends. An arrow formation. Mouse to receive naturally has a sure hand skill. He gets free reroll on the pickup. Even so, it's a 3+ pickup. Not too bad. It's almost going to guarantee that pickup. Flying Squirrel, the blodger in the halfback position. Here's the kick. Wiggling kick, and that is a lost turn due to a timeout. Turn 2 now to get this game started. Spire up to bat. Wrong sport. Blitz to get things started with that Rat Ogre. These Rat Ogres, man, Rat Ogre messed me up last week. Boy, I hate these guys. Frenzy with Mighty Blow. You see how he got 4 dice there with Mighty Blow. If he got the knockdown, he'd get a +1 on the armor or the injury roll. Very, very strong piece. And that prehensile tail can be advantageous against those skinks. 2-die block here against Wayne Knight. Gets the knockdown. I love those dice. Rodentia shuffling their backs around. Might dodge out some linemen. We'll see. I don't think they're going to get the blocks they want. Always tough to deal when you're up against a team that has a bunch of strength 4 players. No, he's going for the 1-die instead. Got the POW here. Wow, well done. That's the Mighty Blow Blitzer. Breaks armor. So not too bad there with the block skill. A 1-die block with the block skill. It does favor you. And he had Mighty Blow and got a stun on the Crocs. Huge stun there. Was able to set up the 2-die after that. Well done by Spire. Going for the handoff. Failed to pick up on the first die roll. Sure hands. Guaranteed it on the second one. The ball's in the hands of Flying Squirrel, the number 6 gutter runner, as we go into turn 2 for Cenozoic Park. Well done. Took the 1-die block on the Crocs, got the stun. That's a huge stun here for Rodentia. And they can start to dictate the pace of this drive now. As Sigmar Sloop says, gotta get me some sure hands. Me too. Rodentia with a cheerleader. Oh, there's the brutal pom-poms. Let's see. It looks like it. Oh, I wish you could zoom in further, but yeah. These cheerleaders, man, they work more than any of these Blood Bowl players, let me tell you. Two-die block on the left side of the offensive line here will be a push by Sam Jackson, the number 6 Sars blocker. Two-die blitzes with double skulls for Cenozoic Park. They'll spend one of their 2 rerolls. Look at the POW. Going after this gutter runner. This very fragile gutter runner. Breaks armor. Gets a stun. I was rushing before the game. So I bought a new car recently, and my existing insurance company. So the insurance on the car is significantly more expensive than the insurance on my previous car. But anyway, my existing insurance company was charging me an arm and a leg, and I was like, no, I don't think so. So I shopped around and ended up finding a different insurance company that basically it's a third less. They charged me 1/3 less, which was a lot of money. So I was hurrying up to finish up, you know, the initial payment and the registration and stuff. And every single step, there's another step. And I was like, come on, I got a game to get to. Turn 3 for Rodentia now. They're like, you could save money if you bundle in like home insurance too. I was like, oh, all right. Ball's going to advance across the line of scrimmage over in the right wide zone to the opposing 2-yard line. Spire trying to get some protection on this ball carrier. Yeah, Spire's just trying to score a lot. I mean, fair play, right? Every touchdown's 3 SPP. Get a bunch of SPP early and get an early advantage on some of these teams. Failed the rush here. Will he spend the reroll? He will. Rushes into a 2-die block. Gets double pushes. Will probably take this here. Oh, escaping with mighty blow makes my heart ache. Gets that push away, well done. Laura Dern still in the mix, but she's marked by 3 rodents. 1-die block over on the left side of the pitch. Rat, go Rats. Thank you for the piss, not so trusty patches. Rodentia dipping into their bonus time here. Good 3+ dodge by the center. Just a few seconds of bonus time. Back to Cenozoic Park. Each team with 7 minutes, 18 seconds left on the bonus clock. We'll have that time for the remainder of the game. After this game, we've got a second one coming up in a doubleheader. Let's see who it is. It's going to be Street Fighters Turbo Max versus the Real American Heroes. Ian versus Dead Fred. That is Chaos Renegades versus Dark Elf. That'll be a good one. We'll join that. We'll join that in progress. That's going to start in about 50 minutes from now. When this game ends, we'll hop on over to that game and catch it in progress. Cenozoic Park shifting their secondary over into that right wide zone, trying to cover the sideline. I mean, look at this. Look where this gutter runner is. 2 spaces across the line of scrimmage. They're already in scoring position. Very, very scary piece. Not so trusting. It is you! Blitz by that Saurus over in the left wide zone. 2-die blitz on Shrew. He'll get a knockdown. He's looking for an 8+. Trying to get an assist, a mark, something. Currently has a 1-die on Chinchilla. Let's see if he pulls in Ty Simpkins to make that a 2-die. Nope, he's going to pull in Trevor Morgan instead. He'll get the 2-die block on Chinchilla. Both down, results not going to cut it. Spends his final reroll into a push. Not so Justin Patches. Thank you for the bits. Yeah, really wanted that knockdown there. I wanted to try to take that block here with Laura Dern. Turn 4 now for Rodentia. Lizards to the left of them, a sideline to the right. Blitz on one of these downfield skinks. 2-die blitz gets a push out of this. Not so Justin Patches, thank you for the bits. Not so Justin Patches saying, go for it. Go for it, Flying Squirrel, you got this. Just go. One push by Mouse. If Flying Squirrel's gonna go through here, it's 4 dodges. 1-die block on Laura Dern first gets a push. Into a 2-die block now on Laura Dern. Gets a POW here. Set up that 2-die with Chinchilla. Remember, Chinchilla had Mighty Blow there. Good block, just didn't get anything out of it. That's just showing off. You're just showing off. There's currently a 1-die on Sam Neill. I don't think he's gonna do 4 dodges into the end zone here. 1-die block on Sam Neill gets a push. This is a good push here. Well done. Turn 4 now. Back to Cenozoic Park. Final turn of the first quarter. Two-die block on that blitzer from last turn. Gets a push. Going to try to surf the thrower. He did it. Well done. Got the push into a surf here. 1-man player advantage now for Cenozoic Park. Hopefully that's... hopefully that thrower doesn't feel too bad. Man, that crowd could be brutal, man. That's what Jesse Fashions. Thank you for the bits. 2-die block over the left side of the pitch. Gets an injury out of it. Good casualty there by Cenozoic Park. 2-man player advantage just like that. Got a removal, got a block. Broke armor yet again on Shrew. Got a stun here. And now the blitz. 2-die blitz on Mole. The injured blitzer gets a push. Cenozoic Park with no rerolls left for the half. Blitzer's still available to move. Yeah, he's going to get right in front of Gerbil, number 11 lineman, covering the ball carrier currently. A mark taken on Mole now by Sam Neill. Signer's Loop says, I'm not sure I want to see Cenozoic Park any more SPP. Second quarter begins. Rodentia with the ball on the opposing 6-yard line. 2-die block. Gets a push. Frenzy follow-up into another push here. Frenzy means if there's a push result on the die, when that player takes a block, they have to follow up. If it doesn't result in a knockdown, they have to follow up. They have to take a second block. And then it stops at the second block. They still have to follow up if the second block results in a push. But otherwise, you don't get to keep taking blocks until you knock someone down. Naked Mole Rat, the number 5 gutter runner that injured gutter runner with the head injury, AV of 7+, runs to safety, tries to run safety over the left wide zone here. Ball's going to move back across the line of scrimmage to Rodentia's own 4-yard line here. Says, you know what? Fine. You can take the wide zone. That's cool. I'll just move back to mid-pitch. Rushes to cover the back left corner of the ball carrier. 1-die block on Laura Dern. Rolls into a skull. Re-rolls into both down. That works out due to the block skill. Fails the dodge over in the right wide zone. Armor breaks. And it's a stun. That's a turnover. Turn 5 for Cenozoic Park. Dead Freddy says, yes, Skaven can score anytime they want. Yeah, they can. They're the fastest team in the game. Well, those gutter runners are the fastest pieces in the game. You can have 4 of those guys. 4 of them. Crocs gets back into the mix with this Rat Ogre. Vanessa Chester shifts over into a safety spot over on the left side of the pitch, and then Trevor Morgan fills in the left wide zone. Boot Polish says, has that Crocs ever failed a bonehead? Not this game. Speaking of, the Rat Ogre has animal savagery, so if they are blocking or blitzing, they roll a d6. On a 1, they have to beat up an adjacent teammate. After they do that, they can take their action like normal. Otherwise, if there's no adjacent teammate to beat up, they lose their action. If they're not blocking or blitzing, then they have to pass a 4+ instead of a 2+. Gets a push on Naked Mole Rat, trying to set up the Surf for next turn. Turn 6 back to Rodentia. 1 reroll remaining for the half. They have 3 turns left to try to score. These Skinks just screening out the backfield here. He knows that he wants Rodentia to roll some dice at least if he's going to try to break through the defense. Two-die block on Richard Attenborough. Push into a frenzy follow-up. Both down result. They'll have to re-roll this. Got through the loner roll into both down again. Wow. Spent the re-roll. Had to get through loner. He got it, but then double skulls again. Oh, that hurts. Hurts not only as a turnover, but hurts to lose your re-roll there. We're going to see a surf on Naked Mole Rat. Well done by Nick Satan. Flying Squirrel, maybe by their lonesome, but remember, they're a blodger and Nick Satan has no rerolls left. So only a POW, only that yellow starburst will knock down Flying Squirrel, and if Nick Satan doesn't roll it, then Flying Squirrel's going to stay on their feet until turn 7. Two-die block on Vol. Gets a knockdown here. Gets a push on Shant. 2-die block. Gets a POW on Shant this time. Breaks armor. Gets an injury. Well done. That's a mark on the ball carrier. 2-die block on Hamster. This will be a knockdown as well. Can he get the 8+? 8+ is on the side of fragile. Not very strong, or not very sturdy, I should say. Sector Sleep says, more SPP. Gross. Oh no. Oh, don't foul. Don't foul. Does he have nobody left to blitz with? Turns. Hey, the Ranger, welcome to the stream. He shan't be playing in this game anymore. Turn 7 for Rodentia. Very good clock discipline here by Spire. You can see only dipping into the reserve for 22 seconds so far this half. Very efficient turns. Still has control of this ball. Has not given up the ball yet this half, but they have just 2 turns left to score. Has to end this turn in scoring position. You can see Nick Satan filling in these skinks here to keep Dribble from going anywhere. Unless, of course, he's going to take a whole bunch of dodges. All right, Flying Squirrel. 2 dodges. Gets to the opposing 6-yard line now, all by himself. Like I said, is that within scoring distance? Yeah, the gutter runners only need to be 2 spaces down from mid-pitch. So it's just 1 GFI, 1 rush to score. Takes the uphill block on the Crocs, gets a push. He'll be, well, yeah, he'll be fine with that. He'll follow up. I might have left that alone. But I think he's okay with this. I think he's, I think that's a solid block there. Evens out the line here. Still a strength 4 with Jeff Goldblum. A mark by Vanessa Chester. Here comes the blitz. 3-die blitz. That will not do it. And now Nick Satan's got to find a way to fill the gap, and I don't know if he can. He can. He's got to force a lateral movement by Flying Squirrel to stop the score. So he's going to want to put somebody here, and he's going to want to put somebody here. If somebody goes here and somebody goes here, then Rodentia will not score. Three-die block on the gutter runner. Got the POW this time. Well done. Oh, no! Oppo's going to be spent to save this gutter runner. And it didn't happen. Wow. Nick Satan exterminating Flying Squirrel. That's a trusty patches. Thank you for the bits. Wait, says, isn't seriously hurt just the missing next game one? I think so. Let's see. No, it's the niggling injury one. Two-die block on the line against Mole here. Let's see if we can get another removal here. Just 8+ on this Blitzer. Blitzer is normally more resilient with a higher armor value. Excellent turn here by Cenozoic Park to stop the score. They got a number of removals here. Just one of those removals, just one of those removals is a KO. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. The Crocs, the number 1 Crocs currently in possession of the ball. 2-9 block on the line here by the Rat Ogre. It's going to be a both down result. And that is a turnover. Null turn back to Cenozoic Park here, turn 8. Well, they're in scoring position, but the Crocs has the ball. What do you do? 2-9 block gets the foul here. Go, little Crocs. he could, yeah, Dead Freddy, he could do that. 2-9 block gets the foul on Vol here. Really wants to get a removal on Vol with that mighty blow. He broke armor. Only got a stun out of it. Man, at this point, I would foul Vol, man. I'd try to get him out of here. Here's the handoff. If you can get the handoff, it's a 3+. Yeah, 3+ handoff. Well done. Trevor Morgan will score here. 1-0 Cenozoic Park will take the lead. Well done. Crocs hit the ball. Got through boneheaded. Was able to get the handoff off without a reroll, and then the skink is in position. No rushes required. Oh boy, mercifully, that KO is going to come back for Rodentia here. They're going to be down 3 players, so a 3-man player advantage for Cenozoic Park while they set up on offense. They are in the lead now, and now Rodentia has their work cut out for them. Big loss on Flying Squirrel. That Blodger Gutter Runner was a big piece for that team. Boy, at the rate this is going, maybe we won't miss any of the second game. Here's the kick. All right. All right, prayers to Nuffle. It's bad habits, so D3 opposition players without the loner trait available for this drive gain loner 2+ until the end of the drive. So that's going to be, oh, hamster. It's going to be a hamster. Nick Satan literally praying to Nuffle. And Hamster and Shrew now have loner +2. Oh boy. Oh, Spire, you gotta pray to Nuffle more. Failed the boneheader roll. Finally on the Crocs. He's gonna keep it. That Crocs is gonna lose their tackle zones. He'll keep this center pitch covered with Sam Neill. Clay is thinking with bits. Yep, that's about how it feels. I can totally feel it. But not for Nick Satan. He's loving this. 2-9 block gets a push on Naked Mole Rat. I love the prayers to Nuffle tables so much. I love it so much. Two-thirds the price on the insurance. Can you believe that? A whole third less. And I had been with my previous company for like ever. for a very, very long time. Cenozoic Park has the ball in the hands of Trevor Morgan, the number 11 skink, currently on the 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 yard line. Rodentia now, their first go here in the second half. So not only are they behind, they're down 3 players, one of which is a key player, and they've got to find a way to wrestle this ball back and try to get on the board. Failed the animal savagery roll there on the blitz. Boy, oh boy. Dead Freddy says, does Comcast give you discounts for sticking with them, Verizon, AT&T? I guess not. I remember the day I finally terminated my Comcast service. It was such a glorious day. It was, it felt so relieving. T&I block gets knocked on a wing. Knight here. Dead Friend says quitting Comcast is a memorable life experience. It is. It really is. You feel like you've just won a war. Turn 10 back to Cenozoic Park. Coming up after this game, we've got our second game of the doubleheader tonight. It'll be Street Fighters Turbo Max versus Real American Heroes. Chaos Renegades versus Dark Elves. That'll be a fun one too. Yeah, so once streaming became like really viable, I canceled my television service, and then some years later, so I had cable internet service, and every like spring my internet service would go out. Now I had my own modem, which already made them like mad at me, like they didn't want to help me at all. So I'd have to do kind of like my own prep work. I'd have to like give them like signal strength information and all sorts of things. And finally, when a tech would come out, another KO, Nuffle, have mercy. 5-man player advantage now for Cenozoic Park. But it would always go out, and I'd just have to get lucky on the tech. Sometimes the tech would come out and say like, oh, there's no problem, when there's clearly a problem, and sometimes they'd fix it. And the problem was that the Comcast line was on a pole, and squirrels would chew through some cable every spring. And Comcast didn't care. Nobody took any notes. Nobody any cared. So when I realized that Fios was available in my neighborhood, I was like, I'm just gonna sign up for Fios. So it was right after I had a bad tech experience for like the 14th time. I just signed up for Fios, and that was my final day of Comcast service, and it was wonderful. Five seconds left in turn 10 for Cenozoic Park. They have the ball on their own 6-yard line. They're tying up this whole Skaven team, which can be really hard to do unless half their team has been removed from the pitch, as they have been. He has tagged everybody except for these two players, Gerbil and Bowl. Signer's Loop says, to be fair, those technicians are horribly underpaid. And I can sympathize with that, but also I'm paying for a service. And I don't take it out on the tech so much as Comcast, right? It's, fix it, Comcast. I'm paying you for a service. The service is not being provided. Fix it. Rushes to take a mark on Vanessa Chester over in the right wide zone by Naked Mole Rat, the injured gutter runner. Conversely, by the way, when the Fios guy came out to like drill a hole and feed the the cable through and stuff. Poor Garmer here. Wow! Yay! Skink hunting. Skink hunting worked out. Gets Rodentia gets their first removal here. Well done. That's Vol, the Mighty Blow Blitzer in play. Acorn the squirrels eating my service. Yeah, when the Fios Tech came out, he was super cool. I had these like throw pillows on my couch for a fighting game tournament. He's like, you've been to that tournament? I'm like, yeah, I go there all the time. And we just started talking about fighting games. And then he gave me like, I'm not kidding, it was like 100 feet of Cat 6 for free. I was like, cool, thanks, man. Turn over here on the block. Turn 11 back to Cenozoic Park. Spire trying to do what he can with what pieces he has remaining on the pitch. Yeah, these fragile teams, when they're in full force, they can be a real nuisance to deal with. But once you start picking off some of these pieces, they become more manageable, and you will lose pieces with these low AV teams. It's just part of coaching them. Gets boneheaded with the Crocs. Takes a mark on Shrew. 2-die block now on Mole. The other Blitzer gets a knockdown. Man, I'd be fouling left and right. I'd be fouling left and right. I mean, I guess at this point the fouls don't matter too much, except for harming your opponent for later in the season. Like, you're not going to get SPP out of it, but I mean, I'd still be doing it. And like, there are so many removals. There are 5 removals at this point that Nick Satan has a clear player advantage, where the fouls don't give you. It's diminishing returns, you know. But man, I'd still do it. I'd still do it. Fails the animal savagery test again. That animation. Oh, 3-die Blitz is gonna get a knockdown on the skink, hunting these skinks as he should. Oh no, he won't, because the skink has dodge, of course. But still, hunting the skink as he should there. That's a good blitz, but oh, I hope I caught this. I hope I caught this. He gets up, jumps up to beat up his friend, and then falls back down. Oh boy. Turn 12 for Cenozoic Park. They're in the lead 1-0. They've crossed the line of scrimmage. They have the ball on the opposing 2-yard line. They have solid control of center pitch here, and they're trying to remove these final 6 pieces. Two-die block on Vol, gets a pal. Breaks armor, gets a stun. These stuns don't matter a whole lot. It just solidifies the control of the pitch. Otherwise, he's looking for removals and Kaz's and the SPP related. Gets a pal here with Sam Jackson. Can he get? Oh, he can break armor. Got the KO. Well done. Well done. That's another removal for Cenozoic Park. 5-man player advantage for Cenozoic Park. 5 players left on the pitch for Rodentia. There was like a dinosaur cereal. I think it was just called, oh no, it was called Dinosaurs. It was like 50s dinosaurs, and the theme song's stuck in my head. I sing it all the time. Tiny dinosaurs that you never saw before, fruity dinosaurs. I don't think I ever actually ate them though. I think, well, maybe, I think I had one box of them. I've had the Nintendo cereal. I had that. The Nintendo cereal was like split in half. You had like Legend of Zelda on one side and Mario Brothers on the other. Like the marshmallows were different. Turn 12 back to Rodentia. Final turn of the third quarter here. Oh, sweet, merciful Nuffle. 2-die uphill. Why not? It's going to be a... Wow. Well, I can tell you why not. But... trying anything he can here. But might want to think about keeping some of these players safe. Not so trusty patches demands death. Let's get some skinks. He tried. He tried. Oh, it's tough when half your team, over half your team is just off the pitch. I mean, we've all been there. It could just, oh, you're like, oh, how many turns are left? All right, the ball on the opposing 22-yard line now. Nobody is really a threat unless Chinchilla, yeah, unless Chinchilla can get there, but that gap has been closed. 2-die block back at the line of scrimmage here. It's going to be a both down result. I would just take the both down. Oh, he's going to re-roll it. He got the pal here. I would have taken the both down. Why not? The trade's in your favor. Got a stun out of it. Well done. Big Swiss 87, welcome to the stream. I'm running my first Lizard team currently. The Sarses are really tough. Yeah, Lizards are great. Lizards, I think Lizards are a really solid team pick. They can be a little tricky to run in certain matchups. You know, especially when, like if you're new to it and you lose all your skinks, you're like, well, now what? Well, now what? What do I do? Sector Snoop says, I love playing Lizards last season. Yeah, they're really solid. And then once those Sarses start to get blocked, oh, they're a nightmare. They're a nightmare. Fourth quarter now for Rodentia. I gotta hand it to Spire, man. 5 players left on the pitch. He's still going after the blocks. Still trying to pick up those Kaz SPP. Here's a blitz going after that skink. Failed the rush. Trying. He's trying. Turn 14 back to Cenozoic Park. They're going to stall this out till turn 16, I believe. I don't know. I might score. I might score and try to do it again. Two-die block. Gets a pal here against Vol. The Mighty Blow Blitzer. Doesn't break down. Swiss 87 says, the worst beating I got was a Dark Elf team who had dodge, sidestep all over the place. It was like trying to punch water. Yeah, dodge or blodge with sidestep. Oh, one of my favorite combos. One of my favorite combos. Coming up after this game, we have a Dark Elf team versus Chaos Renegades team. I'm excited to see that. Yeah, here's a foul on the Rado ground. Oh, come on. Nuffle! Nuffle, please! There's the score. He's going to score it here and take the lead, or increase his lead 2-0. We'll see. We'll see if that Rado gets back onto the pitch. The sole cheerleader for Rodentia. Cheer. Wait, why? Okay. You know what? She's keeping spirits high. Oh, that's Nick's cheerleader? That's Nick's cheerleader. All right. Wow. I thought that was a bug. Oh, come on, Knuckle, please. All right, good. Sam Jackson stunned by the officious ref. Turn 14 now for Rodentia. They have 3 turns left to try to score. They can do it, but it's tough. It's tough. 2-die blitz on Jeff Goldblum works out due to the block skill. Well done. 6 players on the pitch for Rodentia. I am rooting for this Skaven team. I don't root for Skaven teams too often. But when I do, I want to see them score here. Let's go. Good pickup. Naked Mole Rat's going to move that ball up to the line of scrimmage over in the left wide zone. Very, very fragile piece. AV7 plus. That, in the LRB 6, that translates to AV6 by comparison. Fails a 3+ dodge. Gets a stun on Gerbil. Every stun is a big, big stun against Rodentia. They just can't afford to lose more pieces. SB Beaver says the Rat Ogre made the right choice to hide. Blitz right out of the gate on Shrew. Gets a push out of this. Oh, he doesn't follow up. Doesn't have any movement left. He'll have to rush if he wants to reposition. He might be fine where he is. Yep, 2-die block on Mole. Has to re-roll and gets the knockdown here. 8+ instead of 9+. Can he get it? He cannot. Well, if you're thank for the bits, Richard Attenborough repositions to take a mark on the ball carrier. And that's what Jesse Patches says. Gotta love that tail. Oh, menacing. I feel like that should be a secret weapon. Boy, the clock discipline by both these coaches has been impeccable. I would have been out of bonus time 3 turns ago. Sets up a column over in the left wide zone, covers the sideline. He's covering in front of the ball carriers more or less. Failed dodge over in the right wide zone. Another null turn. Turn 16, final turn for Cenozoic Park. You can't knock down Naked Mole Rat. You can't keep him down. Be sporting, Nick Satan. I want you. Yeah. Take the push. It's a stun on Naked Mole Rat. Ball's gonna scatter to the left sideline. I wanted him to take the skink, come around, and then take the block this way, and then push the ball carrier into scoring position. Oh, Nick trying for the cheeky score there. Fails the handoff. Dead Freddy says, I'll take the remaining clock time. If you're not gonna finish your clock time, I'll be happy to take it off your hands. Hey, got a KO there by Rodentia. Well done. Foul there! Yeah! He gets called off the pitch, but I don't care. That's great. Oh, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He says, don't you talk to me, ref. GG foul. I love it. that was awesome. Yay! 2-0 the final here. Oh boy, Sam Jackson, the MVP for Cenozoic Park. Vol, the MVP for Rodentia. I would agree with that, I think. Statistics for this evening: 46 block actions by Cenozoic Park, 28 for Rodentia. Rodentia is naturally not going to take as many blocks as the Lizard team. But man, all these injuries: 18 sustained injuries, 5 KOs, 3 Kazes. It was just tough, you know, and sometimes that's just how it goes. You just when you're an Edge coach, you just gotta brush yourself off and come back next week and try it again. SPP, oh come on. 16 SPP for Cenozoic Park. This is after a week where they got 25. I hate this. Rodentia gets 4 on Bull. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh. Well done to both coaches though. Good showing there. That was a lot of fun. We got another game coming up in 5 minutes, so we'll just stick around and talk about them for a bit. Let's update the names and things. Let me update the scores. There we go. Cenozoic Park advances into first place. Nick Satan's Lizard team is 2-0-1 now. Congratulations. I want to be like Doug in second with Stairway to Knuffle in third. Street Fighters Turbo Max coming up. They'll face the Real American Heroes, 9th and 11th place respectively. Street Fighters Turbo Max looking for their second win in this competition. Real American Heroes looking for their first 2 good coaches. All right, let's update the titles and things. All right, let's see. We've got 6 minutes. 6 minutes to go over these teams. Let's do it. All right, second game of our doubleheader is up, and it is. Oh, come on. You know what? I checked the screen to make sure I wasn't talking to the interstitial screen again, but I am.